Hello, my sweet little dreamers. Snuggle in tight, pull your blankets close, and let's drift away into a world where courage shines and every heart finds its own special song. Tonight, we have two enchanting stories just for you, filled with gentle lessons and happy endings. Once upon a time, in a sun-dappled forest, lived a tiny tortoise named Tilly. Tilly loved two things more than anything else in the whole wide world: feeling the warm sunshine on her shell and discovering delightful surprises. Every morning she would wake up with a happy sigh, ready for a new day's adventure. One breezy morning, a vibrant, colorful poster fluttered down from a tall oak tree, landing right on Tilly's sturdy shell. It announced in big, bold letters, "The Great Forest Race. The magnificent winner will receive a shimmering golden leaf." What an exciting announcement for all the forest friends! Every single animal in the forest buzzed with excitement and wanted to join this grand race. The speedy hares stretched their long legs, eager to show off their swiftness. The nimble squirrels bounced with energy, chattering about their quick turns. Even the proud birds boasted loudly about their aerial advantage. Tilly, with her gentle smile, watched them all. "I'll race too," she announced softly, her voice full of quiet determination. She knew she wasn't the fastest, but her heart was full of courage. She believed in herself, even if others didn't quite understand. The other animals, however, couldn't help but giggle and laugh. "Oh, Tilly, you're far too slow," squeaked a mischievous squirrel, holding his tiny tummy. "By the time you reach the finish line, it'll be next year," teased a swift hare, wiggling his nose playfully. They meant no harm, but they just couldn't imagine a tortoise winning. But Tilly, with her kind and steady heart, didn't mind their playful teasing one bit. She knew her own pace and trusted her own journey. She simply smiled, her eyes twinkling with a secret understanding. She was ready for her adventure, no matter what anyone else thought. When the starting whistle finally blew, a loud, clear sound echoed through the trees. All the other racers dashed off in a blur of fur and feathers, kicking up clouds of dust. They were so fast, they seemed to disappear in an instant, eager to win that shiny golden leaf. But soon, as often happens in a long race, the other speedy racers got a little distracted. The hungry hare stopped for a delicious patch of juicy carrots, munching happily. The playful squirrel paused to gather a pile of tasty nuts, forgetting all about the race for a moment. And the graceful bird, oh, she flew off, chasing a beautiful fluttering butterfly, completely enchanted by its dance. Meanwhile, Tilly kept going, one tiny, determined step after another. Inch by slow inch, she moved forward, her eyes fixed on the path ahead. She never stopped, not even for a moment, not even when she felt a little tired. Her steady heart kept her moving, always forward. She walked past the carrot patch, past the nut tree, and past the butterfly's dance. Tilly just kept her focus, enjoying the journey and the quiet beauty of the forest around her. She knew that every step, no matter how small, was bringing her closer to her goal. When the other animals finally returned, feeling a bit tired and grumpy from their detours, they couldn't believe their eyes. There, waiting patiently at the finish line, was Tilly. She had a shiny golden leaf resting proudly on her shell and a calm, triumphant smile on her sweet face. She had done it. The entire forest erupted in cheers, a joyful sound that filled the air. From that wonderful day forward, all the animals learned a very important lesson. They understood that being slow doesn't mean you'll be late. Sometimes it means you'll be steady, thoughtful, and truly finish what you start. And that, my dears, is a very special kind of strength. Now let's hear about a little honeybee named Busby, who lived in a bustling, sweet-smelling hive. Busby had a very big problem one sunny morning. She couldn't buzz anymore. Imagine a bee without her buzz. It was quite a puzzling predicament for our tiny friend. She woke up, stretched her little wings, and tried to make her usual happy bzzz sound. But instead of a strong, cheerful buzz, only a tiny, almost silent pff came out. Busby tried again and again, but it was no use. Her buzz was gone. "Oh no," cried Busby, her tiny antenna drooping with worry. How can a bee with no buzz belong in a busy, buzzing hive? What good is a silent bee? She felt a little lost and very sad, wondering what she would do without her special sound. So Buzzbee, feeling a bit shy, flew to the wise old queen bee, who sat regally on her honeycomb throne. The queen bee listened patiently to Buzzbee's tale of woe, her kind eyes twinkling. She smiled gently, a warm and comforting smile that made Buzzbee feel a little better. "My dear Buzzbee," the queen bee said softly, her voice like warm honey, "your beautiful buzz will surely return, but it will only come back when you truly find your own unique and true sound." She encouraged Buzzbee to listen, to explore, and to trust her own journey. So, with a little spark of hope in her heart, Buzzbee flew out of the hive and across the wide, green meadow. She listened with all her might, her tiny ears open to every sound. She heard the soft whisper of the wind dancing through the tall grass, a gentle, airy sound. She heard the happy giggle of the stream as it babbled over smooth stones, a joyful, bubbly tune. And she heard the cheerful chirp of the crickets, singing their evening songs as the sun began to set. Buzzbee listened to each sound, letting them fill her little bee heart. As she listened, something wonderful began to happen. Buzzbee started to hum softly, along with the sounds of nature, a tiny sweet melody of her own. She hummed with the wind, she hummed with the stream, and she hummed with the crickets, finding her rhythm. Soon her gentle hum grew a little louder, then a little warmer, filling the air with a new lovely sound. It wasn't just a buzz, it was a song, and then suddenly, with a burst of joy, zzz, her wonderful sound came back, stronger and more beautiful than ever. But it was different now, even more special than before. It was sweeter and fuller, carrying a beautiful tune, just like a happy song. Buzzbee felt a thrill of joy, realizing she hadn't just found her old buzz, she had discovered something even more magnificent. When she returned to the hive, buzzing with her new melodious sound, the queen bee smiled even wider. "See, my dear Buzzbee," she said, her voice full of pride. "You didn't just find your old sound again. You made a brand new one, a unique melody that is truly yours, and that, my sweet bee, is even better than before." From that day on, Buzzbee sang while she worked, her beautiful new buzz filling the hive with music. And the whole meadow, from the tallest trees to the smallest flowers, swayed gently to her enchanting song. She had learned that sometimes losing your voice helps you discover your very own, most beautiful melody. My dearest little ones, as you close your eyes tonight, remember Tilly and Buzzbee. Remember that being steady and kind, like Tilly, can help you reach any goal, no matter how big or small. And remember that sometimes, when things feel a little lost, like Buzzbee, you might just discover a brand new, even more wonderful part of yourself. You each have your own special spark, your own unique pace, and your own beautiful song waiting to be sung. Believe in yourselves, listen to your hearts, and never be afraid to be exactly who you are. Dream big, little ones, and know that you are capable of amazing things. Now, close your eyes, drift off to sleep, and let your dreams be as wonderful as you are. Sweet dreams.